welcome to the Wonderland Effect. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here, thank you for being A1 since day one. As always, please like, share, comment, subscribe, because the channel is nothing without you. And yeah, let's get it started. I do have a very special guest, and without further ado, go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? My name is Lee Patterson. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm excited to be here in Fairfield, California.
My Fairfield is insane, but I'm happy to have you. Very happy to have you. So I did stalk you a little bit because I did want a little bit of like background behind what it is that you do. So do you want to explain actually what you are doing?
Man, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I got my hands on a lot of things. At a point in my career, at a crossroad, where I've done so much that I just become a published author. My book went #1 on Amazon real quick, which shocked me. We'll talk more about that later.
Yeah.
And so, but I came into the game as in the real estate game, and kind of built a 7-figure portfolio. And now I'm in the digital world, which is why I've been on this whole podcast tour. Just trying to give game to people's audience, bless people's audience, and also share the gift of financial literacy with people to bless them, because that's the #1 thing that if I could give somebody that I wish they would have gave me, it would be that.
I think that's very factual. Like, we don't take into consideration like the impact of credit. We don't take into consideration the impact of our spending habits or even budgeting. Like, I didn't know what a budget was until I hit college, and then I didn't even care about it. I didn't care about it till I was almost in my late 20s, which is way too late.
Right.
So one thing that I did like when I was looking at your socials was that it is true to what you said. You're giving back to the community, and you created your free community, which I just joined before I came in here. So I like that. Can you give me a little more detail about that?
So the reason it's crazy. So like, with me, when you come into this digital space, nobody knows who you are, right? And everybody, if you don't know this, you'll know this real quick, but ads run the world. If people can't see you, they can't buy from you. That's
true.
#1. #2, I was new to the space. It doesn't matter how great my material is, my information is. They don't know me, why would they buy from me?
Yeah.
And so for me, I've always wanted to give back. That's #1. And #2, the way you get people to trust you is to give them something without asking for something.
Yeah.
So when you join the free community and you see like, man, this guy's really giving me game, it gives me some authority in the space, and it also gives me some trust in a space that people are internet fatigued with all these promises, and people with their bling and all these promises and all this stuff. So essentially that was my path that I chose to go down, just to make it the path of least resistance as far as acquisition. Because you got a podcast. Forget people to come to your podcast. People got to like, share, subscribe. And if you really want a 10x thing, you have to pay ads. It's how I go. Unless you're popular, that's the outlier. Unless you're just famous, and then it could go a different way. But so that's been my avenue, and then why I've been doing the podcast tour, is just to be able to come and bless your audience, give them game, give them some of the blessings that I wish I would have received.
What do you think is the #1 thing that impacts people when they think about money?
It's the misconception. It's all the misinformation that they were given from a youth. Like I tell people, I'm not concerned about all the information that's out there. I'm more concerned about the misinformation that is being given.
Yeah.
From like, credit cards are bad, cut your credit cards up, and just shying away from stuff. And once your credit is bad, it's always bad. And we know as an adult, or as somebody financial more literate, that is furthest from the truth.
Yeah.
We can fix your credit probably faster than you screwed it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, depending on what you got on there. But that's what I mean. So just getting rid of all the dumb things that we were told, or just getting rid of the sometimes it's just us, the ignorance.
Yeah.
Like I tell people with the internet, you can't blame anybody for being dumb.
Yeah.
Because the information is there.
Yeah.
Literally, you can ask a computer, which sounds weird to say.
Yeah, I know.
You can literally ask, and you shall literally receive that information within seconds.
Fingertips, yep. It is right there. But also, I think it just makes us lazy, because beforehand you had to go research all this stuff.
True.
And you had to find the people and ask them if they would be willing to mentor you. But like you said, the impact of being visible and offering them, you know, hey, I got this free community. If you want to come and try it out, it's on you. Right. I love that. So I was like, let me go join for my own purposes. But I think more people need to align themselves with that, because I've joined some free communities and they're not true communities, but I like as soon as you join, you have a video up there. I love that. That's like a introduction, like, hey, I'm here. I just want to welcome you. That's a little of like a personal touch to it, which I feel like it's really good for scaling your business, which is essentially what I saw when I was looking.
Well, you know, it's about consistency.
Yeah.
You only going to grow with consistency, because how many here by day, gone by night, people that you see, and I'm talking about, they come hard, come with the money, the bling, all the glitz and lights. Then, not that you really are thinking about them, but you don't really see them no more. You're like, oh, I wonder what happened to Buddy. You know,
he went back.
Yeah, and so for me, it's like, I'd rather be the guy on the internet giving away the game for free, and then eventually, if you do decide to work with me, you can say, this guy told us the truth from the start.
Yeah.
He didn't shoot us no BS. He literally gave it to us straight from the beginning, even if we didn't like it.
Yeah.
You know?
So at what point, I mean, well, I should ask this question. Have you ever had like a bad relationship with money?
Yes, because I did not understand how money works. Money is not to be saved. Another thing. Save. Well, savers are the biggest losers.
Yeah.
Meaning that if you know anything about the dollar is devaluing by the day, probably by the minute in this case. And if you don't understand currency and how this works, pretty much ever since Nixon took it off the gold standard, it's been our money's been going that way. If you don't know what that means, just go in and look it up and you'll understand it. And money is meant to be in circulation.
Yeah, that's how you get it in.
Just a note. And if it's not circulating, it's kind of useless. Or if it's not circulating and you got it in the bank, which is pretty much where everybody does right now, because not many people put in shoe boxes and under the mattress like those days. That if it is not in circulation and not working for you, you're losing money.
Yeah, you're losing
no matter
value.
what you think, what's going on, because eventually you have to get to the point where your money is making money for you. So until you understand it, you'll always be making money on your feet. I tell people, like, until you're making money in your sleep, you'll always be making money on your feet.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I was like, "Ooh, my feet hurt already. I gotta figure this out."
Now, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
No pun intended. Like, I gotta figure this thing out.
Yeah.
And so that led me down that rabbit hole. What do the rich do?
Yeah.
You know, like, if you've seen a lot of my podcasts, or if you on any of my webinars on Sunday, like, I even hold a free webinar every Sunday. I'll miss it this week because I'll be flying from another mastermind in Miami, which that's a whole nother story. But I just try to be consistent, try to be genuine.
Yeah.
You know, like, I even tell people, like, look, you will have an opportunity to work with me, but let's not worry about none of that right now.
Yep.
Just relax, get a pen and some paper out, even if you're watching this podcast, and take notes. Yeah. You know, because a lot of times, if you get in your notes, that, man, they're just selling me something, or they just come to brag on what they got, they shut down. Don't get me wrong. Some people love that stuff, but that doesn't make your life any better. No matter what I told you about what I got, what did they do for you?
Nothing.
You know, and so that's why I take this crazy angle, man. I like my life is different now.
Yeah.
In the sense that I've been blessed. God's been good to me. I've got to travel to a lot of cool places. I'm going to South Korea next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get to do a lot of cool things through the power of credit and real estate. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also able to be able to sit here on the Wonderland Effect podcast and literally share my story, which, if you'd have asked me this a year ago, I wouldn't have been able to tell you I would be here, sitting here in California talking to you.
That's what's up. I mean, that's what it's about. That's what it should be. Sounds like you have a very successful purpose.
Well, they say the greatest time of your life is when you find out your purpose in life and how to execute it.
Especially, I think something that you said, and I was literally just talking about this, was being so blessed to the point where you know you're in the right place.
For sure.
In the right space.
It's a great place to be.
Even if it's, I had to talk, so I manage a team. I have a team about 40 people now.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes we would talk about, I don't like this, I don't like that. And I'm like, sometimes you have to enjoy the journey,
Mm-hmm.
the good and the bad, because it's
sure.
not going to be good the whole time. But I do find sometimes I do miss, the old times where I did have to struggle and I do have to miss out on sleep and I do have to do this and that. These are the times that I'm going to miss. When I go to the next level, I'm going to be looking back at it like, dang, we really did that.
For sure.
So I love that. Like, this season is all about purpose and sitting in the purpose. And I feel like it's even more of a blessing to sit here and have a conversation with somebody that said that.
I mean, it's only so much you can accumulate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody's going to drive that car, live in that house, all these things, spend that money, whatever that you accumulated. And what is the legacy you leave?
Yeah.
So now I'm more like, it's crazy. When you'd asked me that a year ago, I probably wouldn't even said that, but now it's about my legacy.
Yeah.
I would love for somebody to be able to say, man, that game that Lee gave me changed my family tree.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm the one that changed my family tree. And that's probably my proudest thing I could actually tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been able to change my family tree through, if something happened to me today, just through insurance, my family would be stupid rich. You know what I'm saying? I don't even tell them because I don't want them to be get no idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And even outside of that, just the real estate I own, they would be able to have income every single month, and along with all the other little small investments that you do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think people have a misconception about the importance of money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think when we say that verbiage is often taken out of context. Like, they just feel like, it's this thing that they're clinging to, essentially. But I like the word you use, legacy, because that's what we should be clinging to,
Right.
is a legacy.
Yeah.
Not the money.
Right.
It's the legacy you leave behind, whether that's how you are as a person, whether it's you educating millions across the world about how they can build that legacy, or it's writing a book that's the #1 bestseller on Amazon.
Right. All right.
So that's
because at the end of the day, yes, we need money to survive. And I tell people, yes, you want to get rich quick. Yeah. I want to get rich quick. You want to get rich quick, and you want to get wealthy slow.
Yes.
It's the wealthy part that people have a problem with because it ain't sexy.
It takes a lot of hard effort and work.
You have to take the money you got rich off of and put it into income producing assets like real estate, stock market, things that don't look glamorous to people. Yeah. And I always tell people, I shouldn't say that, but somebody told me wealth is quiet.
Yeah.
That's why you see all these rich people you don't never hear about. They got all that money. Yeah, we heard about some of them, right? But most of them, how many wealthy people out there we never hear about that.
I live in Stockton.
So, I ain't got to tell you.
Millionaires in there.
Yeah, I ain't got to tell you. I'm sorry, I forgot where I was at. But you live in the South.
There's a ton of millionaires.
It's insane. And so for me, what does wealth look like?
Yeah.
I don't even consider myself wealthy. However, I get to do any and everything in my life that I choose to do. See, I was able to pick up on I flew in last night on a Tuesday night. And here chilling all day on Wednesday, leave, catch red eye out tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And nothing skips a beat in business or my life because I've been able to set up things and systems and teams, like you said. You know how this works, that things can operate without you.
Yeah.
If
you cannot step away from the business, you're not operating in efficiency. And if you don't run efficiently, you need to go back to the drawing board.
Correct. They say if your business cannot run with you, it's a job.
Yeah, it's a job.
And I didn't understand it at first because I thought I had to,
had to be there every day, control everything.
Idea. I used to wouldn't even go anywhere because I was so worried about things. And my buddy's like, what do you think is going to happen? He said, if somebody breaks in the house, what you going to do?
Yeah.
He said, they got to call the police. If it catches on fire, what you going to do? You're not going to put the fire out. They're going to call the fire department. Yeah. And so on. I'm like, you know what?
It's true.
It's true. And that's why I pay all this damn insurance,
So I have that security.
Yeah.
It goes along with it. But correct. I think, like I said, a lot of people, they get confused in what's important and what the purpose is behind it. They just see, oh, this guy has this or this person has this or they're doing that. But the quiet nights where it wasn't so pretty is what builds the iron behind the business. Yeah. And now you get it. I think it's a point where because it's your purpose, you don't mind doing it.
Yeah. I mean, there has to be that one person who sacrifices.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, in our culture, nobody wants nobody living off of them. That's what I've seen.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to sacrifice. Nobody wants to put money up into insurance so that when something happens to them,
they're okay.
You know what we have. You know what happens. Somebody passes and gotta have a GoFundMe.
Yep.
I'd
I
be
see
dang
that
if
all
I'd
the
be dang if I
time.
gotta do that for my parents,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
just
See?
that bothers me, you know. And I just, but I then you just see them out there living frivolously and just buying any and everything that they want,
Yeah.
from cars, clothes, to having a good time. I'm not saying anything's bad,
Yeah.
but there's a time and a place for all this.
At
And if
what
your orders are
cost?
not in order, it's just crazy. Like I just can't imagine leaving my family with my debt.
Yeah. Not to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's that. I opened a life insurance policy like a few years back. I didn't even know what I was doing. But now I understand the importance behind it because
Mm-hmm.
I don't want them, like you said, to have to deal with my debt. Like,
Right.
you know, I'm working on that so I don't die with
Yeah.
debt. But in the event that I do die with debt, at least they'll have a way to pay that off.
Correct. I
So,
mean, look, and what I teach, I know you new to me and what I do,
mm-hmm.
but the more debt I'm in, the more money I'm making. I've never been in so much debt in my life.
Yeah.
So there's good debt and there's bad debt.
Yes.
But you think I was taught that?
No.
I mean,
No.
you know anything about Rich Dad Poor Dad? That's
Yes,
all he
I
talks
do.
about.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, it was hard for me to grasp that. Man, I started accumulating millions of dollars worth of real estate debt. I started wanting to sell stuff.
Yeah.
Even though I was making plenty of money
Yeah.
and was able to pay the bank off, I was just like, every now and then I'd peek and look at them statements like, oh, how much? You know what I mean? You know, and so,
It's the
but your
programming.
my mind just had to. It's just a cultivating of your mind. Like I understand. Like I mean, I'm buying something next week. I can't wait.
Do you work on that with your clients? Like, do you work on their mindset when it comes to
Absolutely,
money?
that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Anything else, if we don't do that, everything I say, you typically doesn't even
Gonna go over
matter.
there. Yep.
Because
Doesn't go
I'm
in
teaching
state.
people how to get access to capital
Yeah.
to, in turn, get, I like to say, income producing asset, or in my case, what I'm good at is real estate.
Real estate.
And so if I don't get your mind right, you might think you might need to go get a charger or something crazy
That's not going to benefit
that's not
you.
going to benefit you. And so I'm always trying to get people's mindset that we need assets over liabilities.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't know the difference between the two.
They don't. And I say, I coach high schoolers, and
Yeah.
I ask them that all the time. And I have a shirt that says it. And then I go, somebody tell me what is an asset? Because I can use that in the terms of athletics too.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you an asset or a liability today on the team?
Yeah.
And see, and it starts to start working in their mind on what an asset is. Because I didn't know what an asset was.
Yeah.
I done knew what the first three letters of that were. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get
and a
it.
liability, I probably only knew what a liability was because we were so harsh on people in basketball, talking noise. Like, man, don't throw him the ball. He a liability. Literally how I
Exactly.
learned that. You know, just talking, not even being positive. But that's how I knew what a liability was. But I did not understand the difference between an asset
And a
and a
liability.
liability.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I think if more people taught that in schools, like actually taught kids financial literacy, it'd be different.
Yeah, I tell people, I state it all the time. I'm a little deterred and upset, but I understand they raise us to be employees. This is why we
Workers.
working bees. That's why us as in business owners, we get the tax breaks.
Yep.
I don't pay taxes.
I have workers.
You know what I'm saying? And so I
That's what it
literally
is. I have
go,
workers.
if you don't learn anything out of my program, learn how to at least get your credit clean. Because number one, that'll help you with one of the biggest expenses you have in your life.
Yes.
I always tell people it's two of your biggest expenses in life is taxes and interest.
Yep.
And both of those you can control with a little bit of discipline.
Yeah.
Taxes, obviously, you get an LLC, you have a business structured properly, write things off, right? The credit, a little bit more self-explanatory. You got good credit, you get the best interest rates.
Yep.
Meaning you keep more money in your pocket. I tell people all the time, I was like, some of y'all that's got bad credit and you got a car, you probably paying for that car, I don't know,
4 or 5
times over.
Yep.
So if you just go get a 750 credit score, I'm not even telling you get an 850. Just get a 750 credit score and then go refi that car and watch
Go
how
down.
much your payments drop. And now you just put that money back in your pocket because you chose to fix your credit score.
Yeah.
So when people are like, I can't afford to get my credit fixed, when I'm like, you can't afford not to.
Yeah.
Even when you come
You
to my
need to.
program, I'm like, don't get me wrong, it's already at a good price. And that's why I never even have to do a sales pitch or convincing, or I'm not in the business of convincing you. Because if you don't understand the value of your credit after I've laid it out for you, it's not for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think some people just like to live in their delusion, and it's human nature. Like, We like comfort. A lot of people don't like working out because it hurts.
Correct.
A lot of people don't like eating healthy because I like my fattening food and I like cake and things that are not good for me.
Yeah.
It's just human nature.
Yeah.
And then you have those, they're like, all right, let's get in the gym. Let's just do it.
For sure.
So
Action takes.
it's two different people. What would you say has been the best advice you've been given in life?
Ooh. Probably nobody's coming to save us.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming to save you. Like, you cry all you want to. Nobody's coming to save you. A buddy of mine always says, if you give them a reason to feed you, you'll give them a reason to starve you.
Exactly.
I was like, ooh, that was good. Because some of these people, business owners, they'll get rid of you in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Especially
No
with AI
doubt.
now.
No doubt.
I mean, it's just profit driven. I mean, I get it. I mean, like, I don't need you for something. I'm probably gonna let you go too. You know. So again, you have to find a way to make money in your sleep.
Yeah.
I just cannot stress that enough. Whether that's in a high yield savings account, because most people like, I don't trust the bank, or I don't know what to do, or
Yeah.
I don't know, and they're just super hesitant. I was like, tell you what, just put it in a high yield savings account. You can Google it, and it will tell you the one with the best.
Yeah.
And you can do the math. Use your calculator on that iPhone you're paying for that you probably, you know what I'm saying? Like there's simple ways to do this. And I'm careful to say what I do is not for everybody. That's why I always preface it with income producing asset. Just pick something that's making money, period. At the end of the day, it's about cash flow.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, if it was me buying podcasts, I would buy podcasts and tell you to do it too so you can make a lot of money. But the safest and the most proven one over time has been real estate. So that's what I talk about. This is not emotional. And that's another thing too. None of this is emotional. None of this is emotional. It's all about numbers.
Yeah, I think people that, like we were talking about at the beginning, they have their mindset, and they have either really good relationships with money or really bad relationships with money. Depending on how they grew up or what they've heard, what they've been programmed to believe, and they stay there. So it's hard. It's very hard to get out of there.
And that's why I like to break it down are you a consumer or a producer?
Yeah.
It's that simple. And fortunately, America is the number one consuming place in the world, which probably one of the very last few reasons nobody has attacked us. Because if they ruin this here, it's going to cut off a lot of people's money.
Yeah.
Including China. I mean, I don't like to talk politics, but it is what it is. If you do not understand how money moves and what the rich are doing, you will just keep meddling through life as they control you with these 9,000 holidays. Yeah. But yeah, that's another subject.
Giving you a little bit to make you feel like you got a lot of it.
For sure.
But it's the way and the nature of the cycle. I'll call it that, the cycle. Yeah. I don't want to get into conspiracy theories. We'll be here all night. We'll be here all night. So what is your definition of success?
Of success? Success looks different for everybody. I like to call it where you're able to probably walk in your purpose and do it with integrity and hopefully be able to make a living. Yeah. And take care of you and your family. Yeah. Right? Because anything other than that could be taken away, right? Because I used to have this thing where I thought sports was success. Yeah. Even money was success. That I know a lot of miserable rich people.
I know, me too.
I know a lot of people been
famous,
incredible athletes.
Yeah.
You know, or doctors and all of these things. Man, I used to do physical therapy, and I would have these well-off people come in, and they would look at me because I was just younger and I was really working out. And I was like, man, I'd trade it all, man, to be you. And I'm looking at them, man, you just pulled up in a Benz.
I want to be with you. I don't want to be you, but with you.
Right. But I was looking at them, and I understood what they meant. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And so success looks like that for me, just being able to take care of your family, make a living, and be happy and living out your purpose. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Okay. So can you do me one more favor? Can you define what your purpose is in life?
My purpose?
Yes.
So my purpose is, I think, or I know, is to share the knowledge of financial literacy with people who look like me, have maybe walk the same walk I've walked. Because for me to take this and keep it to myself would be a catastrophe, literally, because money is that important.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bible talks about money more than it talks about heaven and hell. Yeah. So I don't think I need to, go into religion or anything, but I think it's pretty important. You know, say money's not everything, but it's right up there with air. Jokingly, but it's also the education of it.
Yep.
So obviously, we know how to get money, because it's not about how much money you make; it's about how much money you keep. Yeah. So how do you keep money? Right? A lot of people don't know how to keep it.
No.
The average dollar stays in our neighborhood. I think they say less than a day, which is bananas.
I believe it. Be my account.
Yeah.
That'd be my account. It goes in and it goes out.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you said, you have to have the knowledge in order to put it into practice. And even sometimes getting the knowledge doesn't mean that you're actually going to apply it. It just means because it's at our fingertips.
Yeah.
We just don't like working out.
Yeah. Well, it comes back to the mindset.
Yep.
Yeah. So again, especially when I'm taking people one-on-one, like it's all about the mindset first.
Yep.
Because if you don't get your mind right, you'll never get your money right.
Yeah.
And so I like to take the time to go through that, because everybody just want to jump to the good stuff.
No.
And everything's a process.
You got to go through therapy.
As a lot of people do. And usually therapy is called credit restoration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you got to fix that relationship you have. It's okay. I'm about to find out. I'm about to do your program, so I'm not even worried about it. Is there any last words you would like to share with the audience?
Man, you kind of pull it all out of me, but I'm just a big believer, like, betting on yourself. Like, the government is not coming to save you. Trump ain't worried about you. And the government is not, in general, is not. It's really, you have to pay attention to what's going on. It's just that simple. You can't get distracted. I tell people, if something big happens,
look the other way.
Look the other way.
Look the other way.
It's
a distraction.
It's a lot of things a distraction. I never understood that. Yeah. That's why I understand now why they don't talk about money in school. Yeah. I didn't know how to balance a check when I left high school.
Brainwash.
I didn't know how to use a credit card.
I didn't know how to set up a bank account.
I didn't know about business credit. I didn't know about compound interest. All these things would have changed my life way sooner.
Yeah. I got a credit card straight out of high school. Worst decision. Because I didn't know what I was doing.
Exactly. It's just like giving you a car that goes 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Or stick shift, and you haven't been taught how to drive a stick. So that's what I attribute it to, but it all keeps you a slave. Yeah. So
I wasn't going to use the word, but I watched this parody on YouTube, and it took it back to like slave times, and you have this man, he's like, okay, you're free now. So they take the shackles off, but then they're like, okay, go get in line. And now they're in line, clocking in and out. Mm-hmm. It's new slavery.
Yeah. So again, I nothing against people with 9 to 5s. But I'm like, the American dream is not the American dream.
No, not anymore.
You go to college, you will be in debt for 20 years. You get a house, you'll be in debt for 30 plus years. If you get married, and depending on who you marry, you better marry up. But if you have a kid, you are in debt for another 18 to 22 years.
Child is a liability.
Yeah, you buy a car. You buy a car, you are in debt for another 5 to 6. I mean, I don't make this stuff.
That's
I tell
reality.
people like this, it's reality. And so if you are buying into the whole, just like Christmas come around, we got to buy Christmas presents. No, you don't. No, you don't. I tell people all the time, you think I wait till Christmas to get what I want?
No, I get what I
want. I'm not even
saying
that as a flex.
No.
It's really, like, do you really think I'm going to wait till then to get what I want? Like, that means that when I do get to Christmas, I'm probably making a bad decision, which rolls into the first of the year.
Yep. And now you got rent, you got everything due at the first, plus what you spent on Christmas.
25th and 5 days later, rent due. That's crazy work to me, but... to his own. I'm just here to share what I know, what has worked for me. Yeah. I tell people it's like your religion. I'm like, if you believe in something that's strong, who am I to argue?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
I'm not here to fight you.
Yeah, only thing I do is tell you what the Lord has done for me. All I can tell you is what financial literacy has done for me.
Mm-hmm.
All I can tell you is what buying real estate has done for me.
Mm-hmm.
And ain't nothing you can say about it. I mean, I got the receipts. I'm big on receipts. I'm big on not just talking about it, showing people. That's why you see me so much on social media. I'm really not even a social media person, but I've been encouraged that I need
Visibility
and
consistency.
So I get it. Like I ran from TikTok for forever. Now I realize I make a lot of money on there.
Yeah.
No wonder people were losing their minds when they got
rid of it. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'd probably lose mine right now if they got rid of it. I wouldn't lose it, but you know what I mean. I'll be a little concerned. Yeah. But if I just to answer, circle back to your question, if
I threw us off for a tangent. Sorry.
If I can leave the audience with anything, is just bet on yourself.
Yep.
I'm actually speaking down in where am I at? Concord down there. I'll be talking about that tomorrow about rented risk, taking that risk. Yeah. Right. A lot of people are afraid of risk, but they'll do a lot of other stuff that they should be afraid of. And so I'm just like within risk is where I think opportunity lies. Yeah. Right? Because if you're scared, you probably think it's risky. Yeah. The brain immediately goes into this defense mode, runs from it, protection mode, when I know that's where opportunity is for each and every last one of us. Yeah. So what does that look like for you? I like to call it calculated risk. Yep. And so are you willing to jump in 2 feet, take a chance on yourself? And I honestly think I'll make it easy for you to make it not risky because you get a mentor. Yeah. Like if you're scared of something, like you scared to walk to the woods, but you got Crocodile Dundee over there that ain't scared of snakes.
Doing whatever, making millions.
I'm walking right with him. Yes. I'm not scared if I'm walking with him because I know he ain't scared of the snake.
Exactly.
Or whatever animal that's out there. And so I encourage people to get a mentor for the 2026 year going forward to get you wherever it is you're looking to go. I probably lose a little money from saying that. Like, it doesn't even have to be me. Yeah. Better be somebody. Yeah. Because I tell people if you need to be a copycat. It's okay to be a copycat as long as you copying the right person.
Exactly. And you're doing the right things.
Doing the right thing.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time. Yeah. I'm going to wrap it up. Can you tell my audience where to find you? Yeah. You can find me across all social media platforms at Lee A. Patterson. I'm literally, I used to couldn't say that, but I'm everywhere now, like from TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, and we get busy every day because my team posts a lot of stuff for me. And on my Instagram, you can grab my book. You can get access to my free community, and I'm sure you'll drop those links on there, man. I give a lot of game away for $9.99, like Jay-Z said. I give a lot of game away for $9.99 in my new book. My new book is called Running with House Money. Okay. Given that I ran in college, and I was able to learn to get the game of real estate by actually asking my teammate. I like that. And he literally just gave me the game on our runs every day. I would just question, and then I took what he had and I implemented it to business, and then I obviously got more mentorship and was able to scale it to where it's at today, to where now I'm an international investor in Dubai. Yeah. And so cool. I never thought that little conversation would lead to me owning stuff in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how you find me on all social media at Lee A. Patterson. I'm always on there. I check my own social media. So if you guys got any questions or got anything, I've got an entry point for anybody who wants to be serious about their life financially. For you to come, you can come in free. You can come in my community where I give a whole bunch of game away for $39 a month. I got where I can mentor you, where I hold your hand and walk you through the process. Or you just don't want to deal with nobody, you can read my book. It's simple as that. I got a spot for you to start no matter where you at. Yep, for everybody. Yep. Okay. As always, please like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll link all his information down below. Join the community. I just joined today. We'll see what it does. As always, have a great night. Bye.